Hi everybody, I'm Anupi with Indiana's Apple Pie. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make an iconic dish called Mutter Paneer. Mutter means peas, paneer is cheese, and we combine them to make this delicious, amazing curry. But I'm going to take you through a shortcut that I've been using more and more often lately. My kids are threatening to tell you all about it, but the best way to go up against a threat is to just tell you. So the way I've been doing it is by using my magic sauce, my Punjabi Masala. This is so simple. It is the onion, ginger, garlic, turmeric, all kind of cooked down for you ahead of time. So you don't even have to worry about it. We just grab a jar of this, and I'm going to show you how to take a half cup and make a delicious Matar Paneer, not just for your family for dinner, but also for leftovers for next week as well. Let's go. So we want to first get a big, beautiful, roomy pan, or pot, I should say. I love my Le Creuset. And we're going to go ahead and put our oil or ghee. You don't need much because we've already done most of the work for you already with our sauce. But I want to get the spices tempered, meaning that I want them to sizzle for you so that we pull out the essential oils from the spices. The first spice we're going to use is a cumin seed. We'll go ahead and put that right in there, and you're going to hear it sizzle. I don't put turmeric, which I normally would at this point, because our sauce already has that. So instead, we'll go ahead and put the whole spices, our cloves, some black cardamom pods, and some cinnamon stick. And that's pretty much what you need to do at this point to give it a beautiful tempering. We're just getting our spices in there. And remember, you want your whole spices in at this point because any sort of powdered spice outside of turmeric tends to burn a little bit, so you want to be really cautious about that. So just our whole spices. And this is the essence of Indian cooking, which we're still going to do even though we've got our sauce. You could skip this if you wanted to, really just kind of do it fast, but it adds that extra layer of flavor that I just love. Now, because we want to get a little bit of brown on our paneer, our cheese, this is an Indian cheese, we're going to go ahead and put this in. It's like a ricotta, but it's really dry. The moisture's been pulled out. And we love that sizzle. So we'll just go ahead and give it a stir. And let it pick up a tiny bit of color. When we were younger, our moms would deep fry the paneer. I mean, you can still do that, but now I've learned that it's just as good the way it is. You don't have to actually deep fry it. Just give it a pan fry right here, along with your spices. And don't worry if some of it sticks to the bottom of your pan, because we're going to deglaze that pot in just a little bit. But you see how the color, I've gotten some color on there, over there, some color here. That's kind of what we want, because it's just going to make everything so beautiful. You have a little bit of those nice and brown bites to bite into when you make this. It's going to be so delicious. And again, you don't want to hit this with moisture at this point because you really want the browning of the paneer. So we've got that. And now what we'll do is go ahead and add in all of our other ingredients. The order doesn't matter too much, but because we've got peas and a good amount and they were frozen, that will add a little bit of moisture in and start to deglaze this pan. Whoops. We lost the pea, but that's okay. We want to make sure we get every last bit out. And do you hear that moisture? And you see the beautiful browning of the paneer. It's just perfect. Let's go ahead and throw our tomato paste in there. And remember, all of the ingredients, the amounts, all of that will be in the recipe. You can also go to Indian as apple pie to get it all. We've got some fenugreek. This is a dried fenugreek. The way you use it is you break it up in your hands to release the flavor. Just kind of squeeze it. And I'm gonna throw that right in there. It's a very, very Punjabi taste profile. We love our fenugreek, or our methi as we call it. Here is the Punjabi Masala. Remember, this is our jarred magic sauce. So it looks like this. We're just gonna put in half a cup. That's all you really need. I did all the work for you. And then goes our garam masala, our coriander powder. Sprinkle it in. I know, this is so easy. Do not tell my family, this is how I cook for them now. Red chili powder, chilies. They could have gone in earlier, we're just gonna add them in now. I like a lot. You don't have to add that many if you don't want to. Notice how I haven't really stirred it because I really want it to nice and brown, continue to kind of get brown on the bottom. Salt, about a tablespoon. You might add less, but then you're gonna realize later that you need it. And give this all a beautiful stir. Then comes the magical part, right? So what makes this a curry? It's the water, it's the gravy. We want water in here, about 5 cups. And not to worry, I have measured everything out for you. And then the key is to be patient. We're gonna go ahead and stir this. Get all the little bits off the bottom of your pot. Make sure that tomato paste is broken down. Look at this, it's broken down here. We're gonna go ahead and get this mixture up to a boil by increasing the heat a little bit. And all of the whole spices stay in there, and they basically release more flavor. They continue to release flavor. So we're gonna keep them in there until we're done cooking. And in fact, when you put this in the refrigerator, if you have any left over, you're gonna leave the whole spices in if you want even more flavor, or at that point, take them out and discard them. The cumin seed you can eat, the other, ingredients we have in here you can eat. It's just the cardamom, the whole cardamom, the cinnamon sticks, and then also the black cloves. Although I sometimes leave the black cloves in, they get really nice and soft and just chew them and eat them. They're really healthy for you. All these spices are incredibly healthy, but the black cardamom and the cinnamon can be woody, so you don't want those to stay in your dish, but keep them for flavor and then take them out as soon as you're ready to eat. So our dish is now coming to a fast boil, which is terrific, but we want to now get it down to a simmer. So let's reduce the heat, and then, as is customary for these curries, we're gonna put the lid on, but make sure that the pot is partially covered. But one more thing I want you to notice is here, look how thin and soupy and brothy this is. That's not cooked completely. You want it to thicken up because you want all of the ingredients really to pull together and give you a thicker curry. That's only going to happen once we let this kind of cook down for about 15 minutes and really simmer through and all the ingredients start to break down a bit. So let's go ahead and cover. I'm gonna set my timer. I wanna leave this lid slightly ajar so we release that steam. It does not overboil. And we'll just let that sit for 15 minutes. So our Mutter Paneer has been simmering for 15 minutes, and now we're gonna take a look at it. It smells really, really amazing. Let's go ahead and uncover and put our lid to the side. And look at this. Do you see how beautifully thickened up this dish has become? It's just kind of pulled together. It is brothy. It is not overly thick. This is a thin-ish sort of curry, but it's thicker than where it started. And that's the point, is that all of the ingredients have now pulled together. You can go in here if you want now, you can grab some of these bigger spices, like that black cardamom, and take it out and throw it out. You can leave it in if you know to eat around it. You can leave it in until you're just ready to serve, whatever you want to do. But I'm gonna take a little bit out. The paneer has plumped up beautifully. The peas are nice and plump. And I just wanna show you, because I can't feed it to you, obviously, but I wanna show you what it looks like up close. All of those ingredients I've pulled together. Look at that fenugreek. It really adds that extra layer of flavor. And I wanna take a quick taste. It's really delicious, very brothy, which is what I like, but not too brothy. It's really kind of come together. I'm gonna taste the paneer. So good. Going to be so delicious over a bed of rice with some chopped onions on the side, a little bit of Indian pickle or achar. My husband insists on eating this with roti, Indian bread. No matter how you want to eat it, you're gonna love this dish. It is literally 15 minutes to amazing, authentic Punjabi Mattar Paneer. For the recipe, check out indianasapplepie.com.